Well, the government wants to define what is true and what is not. I wrote a recent article about that in explaining some of the calls to basically make it such. And it's even if they try and do that and they try and say, this is the state, the state is defining truth, and if you deviate from that, you are inciting violence and all of that. But the problem is people at a visceral level gravitate toward the truth. So they hear it and they're like, oh, that makes sense. Or they look at the sourcing. Or they investigate for themselves and they realize what is true and what is not. So, the state and Silicon Valley, there's really not that much space between them, to be honest, at this point. They can try and censor and manipulate and whatever, but ultimately people are going to gravitate towards what is true. And there's going to be a point where they're not going to be able to really, the tools they have now will not work. And I think a lot of that is that time will come once people stop trying to use these platforms that they are manipulating and start just going out and talking to people they know. We have to get offline, and we have to do it quickly. Maybe even get back, in circulating in print stuff that's printed. I mean, we really have to stop being so dependent on these platforms that they're obviously manipulating. I think everyone knows about it, or they're censoring people from, and they're using it to profile you. Stop giving them your data and start getting in the real world and telling people what's what. I mean, they may call you crazy, but the stakes are too high to not do it. That's how I feel.